Hey, I'm Gen V. Let's talk about Trader Joe's. If you don't know me, you may not know that I'm a bit obsessed with the Traders. It is my favorite store. I go in it often. It is where I get at least 80% of my family's groceries. When I travel, I find them, I stock them out. I'm a little bit obsessed. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you a recent trip I took and what I purchased, which is mostly a lot of staple items, things that I just like to have on hand all the time, some frozen foods, things like that, some things for the family. Okay, so let's get right into it. All right, off the bat, let me just preface by saying that I eat a certain way. I have preferences and allergies and health conditions that require me to eat a certain way. My family does not participate in that lifestyle. They still eat kind of, your typical American diet type foods. So my shopping is primarily things that I need to have in the home for my needs and my issues, and also some things for them because I don't cook the way that they like to eat anymore. I'm going to show you a little bit of both of those things today. The first are some of the staples like organic eggs and dairy-free butter. Also, cooking staples, coconut aminos, which if you've never used them are a good replacement for soy sauce if you can't eat soy. And they have organic vegetable broth, which is a staple that I use often. Always have at least an extra one in the pantry on hand. Their frozen section is what I love so much. I buy frozen organic blueberries. I have put these in a green smoothie just about every day. Frozen chopped spinach. Again, if I don't have fresh like kale or spinach or something to put in my green smoothie, I will resort to this frozen chopped. I also use this in sauces and anything you can imagine. Anywhere you can sneak some green in, this is your go-to. Sprinkle it in, nobody will ever know. Additionally, this frozen organic broccoli is a staple. You could show up at my house on any given day. I mean, please don't, but you could. And I would give you $100 if I don't have these three things in my freezer. Any day without notice. I always have these things on hand. Additionally, this frozen vegan gluten-free gnocchi is a nice treat to have on hand. I don't necessarily have it all the time, but it's a nice quick meal, really great with a pesto or a marinara sauce. Speaking of marinara sauce, another one of my staples is their organic marinara sauce. I love this one for a lot of reasons, but primarily it does not have added sugar. That's a big factor for me. I get 2 different kinds of coconut milk at the Traders. I get a canned one to keep in the pantry and a refrigerated one, obviously in the fridge, which is good for all of your milk needs. Anything you might need milk for. Speaking of the refrigerator, for more drinks, we have this probiotic drink that I really love. It's a little bit pricey. It's $2.99 for 1 bottle, so I don't buy a lot of it. I can't tolerate, my system doesn't do well with kombucha, which is really popular right now. This one works well for me. This specific probiotic drink and this flavor is delicious. Highly recommend this as a splurge, as a treat. I also get my coffee from Trader Joe's. I vary in which one I buy. I don't really have a favorite, so depending on my mood, I don't buy this particular one often, but this is the one I got on this trip, so there you go. I do always buy organic. That's important. And they have a few good organic options. I also get my coconut water from Trader Joe's. These individual, like juice box size drinks, my son likes. They're a little bit more expensive than buying the container, but for some reason he doesn't take the time to pour it out of the container into a cup, so I buy him these individual servings just to make sure he's getting some form of healthy hydration. In terms of produce, I will say, because Trader Joe's is a smaller store, which is one of the reasons why I love it, their selection is limited. So their produce department has the basics. It doesn't have everything you might need, but if you are just looking for staple items and basics, they have a pretty decent selection, specifically of organic. So I get organic kale there, I get bananas and strawberries, sometimes other berries. My son really likes blackberries or raspberries. I'll get those on occasion. Be careful, you gotta check. Sometimes you get it home and they're not in great shape. I don't think they have a whole lot of turnover in their produce department. That's just my guess. So things seem to sit there a little longer. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have found that sometimes you get the produce home and it's not in the best shape. So just, be a little bit more discerning when you're choosing it. Okay, additionally on this trip, I bought ingredients to make homemade salsa, as you can see here. What you don't see is the lime juice and the onion and the seasonings. I already had that at home, but what I needed was the tomatoes and the jalapeno peppers and the cilantro, so yay! And as for the family, like I mentioned, they get the pizza crust, frozen organic pizza crust, this ready-made chicken parm, along with the refrigerated tortellini. They like that. It's a quick, easy meal that I don't have to cook, that they will eat, so that makes everybody happy. I also get them some snacky foods like chips and different things like that. For myself, this black bean dip is delicious. It's one of their newer items. They haven't had it for that long, and I am loving it. I hope they keep it. This with that salsa that I'm about to make on a salad, make myself a little like Mexican taco salad. Yes, please. And finally, they have a pretty good selection of organic meat. I eat a mostly plant-based diet, so this is mostly for my family. I'm a dog. Lexi gets some fresh ground beef. But as you can see, they have ground beef and ground turkey and chicken wings and chicken thighs, and they have more than that, but this is what I tend to buy. This is what works for us. So there you have it. That was a recent trip to Trader Joe's. As you can see, it was a pretty big haul. Ended up being 5 bags worth, filled the cart. Big old long receipt. I find Trader Joe's to be very affordable. This will feed a family of 4 plus a dog for the week, primarily, with some other things possibly sprinkled in here and there from other places. But this is a majority of our family food budget right here. I hope this was helpful to you. I've been asked, like I said, to do Trader Joe's videos. I was going there more often before the pandemic hit. I used to go twice a week. Now I am going less often, so my trips are a little different. I'm not buying as many fun foods and snacks, like I said, and just sticking to the basics. But I hope this was enjoyable. If you have questions or if you'd like to see anything else from Trader Joe's or any other food-related questions, let me know. Leave a comment below if you love if you think you love Trader Joe's as much as I do, because I think you're wrong. But let's talk about it. Leave me a comment. Till next time, take care. Be well. Bye. Shut up, Jen. Cut that. Okay.